Hi guys, this is Rosa Kelly. So today I'm here to do a walkthrough of the planners that I'm using on 2021. This is going to be probably a long video, so grab some coffee, tea, a little snack, and let's get to it. So hi guys, today I'm here to do a walkthrough of my planners. So this is going to be an overview of which type of planners I have, what do I use them for, and hopefully this can give you a little bit of a guide if you are looking for a planner, which one of these will function for what you need. So each one of these planners has a purpose to it and a different aspect that I want to keep track of. And then I have my main planner, which is the one that is kind of like an overall summary of everything. So okay, so now let's take a look at these ones here. So I'm going to start with the first two that I already kind of shared with you. So these are my happy planners. I have two. This one is my craft planner where I put all my projects I am working on, what I schedule myself in terms of what type of video I'm posting when, and then also like if I have a collab, if I have something that I commit to, everything goes in here. So I did do a setup for this, how I set up my page, my first month with you, so I'm gonna link that video below. I went ahead and did some gold embossing because this is my creative planner, so I want these to be very motivational. I want to open these and just right off the back feel like I want to craft, I want to create. So this is very pretty, which is not the case for all the other ones, but I did go ahead and add a goal tracker because I had these sheets from another planner that I never use, so I want to kind of set myself some goals in terms of crafting. Not that I need to craft more but probably you know, just be more organized in terms of which videos I post when. So I kind of want to get to the point where, for example, you guys will see a new tutorial every Tuesday, or maybe a project share every Friday, just to be more organized so you guys know when I'm posting. And I think that really helps a lot of different creators instead of being, you know, like just whenever I post, and it's kind of random right now. So anyway, so then we get to the January, and I'm just going to show you the first month because it will be the same type of setup for everything. So again, I want my monthly to look really pretty. At the same time, I don't want this to be super busy. I do also want this to be functional, but I went ahead and did a little decoration here. So on my monthly, I always have my list of to do, and these kind of happen every month. Every month I have video classes, bonus tutorial, technique videos. Sometimes I have a hub, so if I do, I will put it here. If I have a giveaway, I'll put it here. So then we have the weekly layout, and for this one I also did a little bit of decorating. I did some embossing, and it's easy to decorate because I would do it once a month and it's all ready to go for all 4 or 5 weeks, whatever the case may be. So this is something that I actually do enjoy doing. I don't do it every day. It will take a lot of time if I was to do this every day. So once a week, or I'm sorry, once a month, I will set up all my weeks, and after that I just write things down. If I need to put a sticker reminder, I will put it somewhere where I need it. So the way I do my weeks, I switched to the vertical layout again, basically because the Disney planner that I wanted to use was vertical, and the one I was using last year was this dashboard. So let me show you. I have it right here, which is also really practical. I don't mind it. It's just like different setup. I like both actually, but I kind of do like the fact that on this one you can create longer notes or longer lists if you have to. So what I do is on the last section here of the last little square box, I will put the reminders of which videos I need to post. For example, if I have a hop that needs to go, or a giveaway that needs to be out, a giveaway winner that needs to be revealed on that day, that's how I organize, and I know when I need to post it. So even if I record the video ahead, I schedule it to be posted on these dates. And then on the top sections, I just either decorate or I add myself a to-do list. So sometimes on the beginning of the week, typically on Sunday, I'm kind of organizing how I want to break down my projects, like which days I want to work on what, depending on when I want to post things. And so here on my months, it's kind of more like an overview when I want to have the video class ready for, when I have the live class that I do for my YouTube members, or if I have like something going on, like I'm a guest designer for an event or something, so then that goes in there. So that is my crafty planner. Everything crafty related, more in detail, goes in here. And like I said, this is pretty motivational. I love opening this up, see what I'm gonna work on today, and it just gets me inspired right off the back. So my other happy planner is my home planner. So basically everything related to the home will be in here. And so for the monthly, I don't use it too much because whatever thing that is relevance will go on my other planner, like if the girls have no school, things like that. But on this planner, I will go more into detail of house chores. For example, pack the Christmas tree, do some distash, do some donating. That is my goal for January. All of that, it's more like breaking down into sections here. So you can see my weekly, I kind of do decorate it a little bit as well. I put some me time. My daily highlights will be here. So different things. So this is what I will call my motivational planner. So I do also have some checklists in here as well, but for the most part is, you know, keeping track of my me time, you know, finding time to relax, and it's just pretty to decorate. It keeps me motivated. So this is not a planner that I use every day. I probably, again, decorate it once a week and just come back to it if I need to do a more specific to-do list for the house. So that is this one here. And so the next ones that I have are a little bit more my functional planners and notebooks. So let me show you first my overall planner, which is the one that I will use more on a daily. And I want to show you this before I start filling this up, because I just finished setting it up. It usually takes me some time to set it up the way I really want it. That way it's going to be functional for me. And I do that in January instead of December, because December is such a busy month that usually takes me the first week of January, the first 2 weeks, to get the planner the way I want it. And there's usually not a lot going on in January, so it's okay if I skip a few days of planning. So this is one that I got from Target. It's really pretty. It's really soft pink, like I like it, and I do like the ring. So this right here is an A5 ring planner. Now I made some changes to this and I customized it to my likes and my needs, and so I'm going to show you how I made that more functional for me. I do have a pocket here where I am adding one of these notebooks from Teresa Collins, and this is the Girl Boss. So if I need to take some notes, if I want to do a motivational something, which is what I want to do for this one, it will stay in here, because this is a planner that will go with me if I go somewhere. Like if I go on a trip, this will be a planner that I will take with me. If I go to work, I mean, I work, but I work from home. But if I have to go to the office, this is the planner that travels with me. This one and the little one. So over here, I am using some of the Teresa Collins paper line called Reflections, and it's so pretty. I had it for a while, and as you know, I love black and pink and very settled colors. So I went ahead and created myself a cover. These sheets here, or this page, is actually comes with the planner, but it was at the end of the planner. And at the beginning of the planner, you have this pocket, which I'm gonna keep here and see if I use it, but I think this is mainly for if you want to keep track of receipts and things like that, that will go here. So I don't plan on taking this planner to the store with me, so I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm gonna keep it, see if I can find a way to use it. This planner also comes with stickers as well. They're gold, gold foil stickers, which I think they're really cute, so I just keep them here at the end in case I need to use them. And there is a notebook that comes with this planner as well, so I just keep it here, although I have a notebook in here already, but because these ones you can break down the page and put them as notes in between your pages if you need to. And anyway, I really like this planner. It has a little pen holder, so I have 2 pens, which is my Micron pen. I love this pen. I have them all over my house. And then I have just a pink fine tip marker that I use to do my tracker, so I'll show you that in a minute. But let's go back to the front. So this is the page that came with the planner. This is the one that I added to, and then here you have the cover, which is your personal information. So although I want to keep this, and I am gonna put my information here in case I lose my planner, I want this to come back to me. I didn't want this to be like the opening page of the planner, so that's why I created a pretty cover. And then this planner comes with some inserts, tab inserts, so you can customize it. Again, this is at the end of the planner. I just moved it to the front. Then we come to the first section of my planner, which I just labeled Choose Happy. I didn't want to add labels to my sections because they might change later on. Maybe I want to continue using this planner for next year, and I might use the sections for something different. But the first one here says Choose Happy, and for that one I am adding my purpose. So I think it's really important to have a motivational page on your planner, on your everyday planner, because it's just a good reminder of why you do the things you do. Like if it's your work planner, you gotta remember, who are you doing this for? It's just my purpose, my motivation, my kids, my family, of course. And so I'll just show you really quick. There's a little sticker. I created these pages on my computer. I just put a pink line, and then I added a sticker in there, and I put my purpose, and I printed this out on 65-pound cardstock, so it's a little bit more durable. And then I'm using some stickers that I had from one of the Happy Planner sticker books that had some golds. So I want this planner to be very plain and simple in terms of decorating. And then down here there's another Happy Planner sticker that says Celebrate Every Tiny Victory. And then going back to my happy, this is probably what I want to call my happy section, my goal tracker. Now this template I got from the internet, and it's more of a monthly goal, and monthly and weekly and daily. So I'm going to be using this daily as a little tracker for water, maybe. I don't know how exactly I will use this goal tracker because my goals are more long-term for the year, so maybe I'll redo this goal tracker. But I think it looked really pretty. I love the pink, of course, and it is also good to have some monthly goals as well. And then the next page that I'm adding here as one of my happy it's a reading tracker, because one of my purposes or resolutions for this year was to read more books. So I want to read at least one book a month instead of one book every 3 months as I have been doing. But so this is just an overview of the books. After I finish reading them, I want to add the names here. So I have 10 books here to start, and I have already started doing my tracking here. So every time I read for more than 20 minutes, I will color my one of these little boxes with my pink. And let me show you. So this is just a little fine tip pink marker. So I like this one because it's soft enough. You can actually do notes with this if you want a note to be on a different color instead of having a marker or a highlighter. And then it's easy to just color the box. So I also have a separate notebook that is going to be dedicated to reading this year, which is something new that I want to do to keep myself motivated. And then we get to the next section. The next section on my planner, I guess I'm gonna call this my overall planner, is my Girls with Goals. Again, this is all from Teresa Collins Reflections line. And then so for this section, I created myself some sheets on my computer that kind of work for me. This might not work for everyone, but this is something that I want to keep track of. So here I have my monthly passive income, everything crafty related. I want to start tracking that. And I do have another planner, which is my business planner, which I'm going to show you in a minute, so you can see how I'm going to be tracking that. And that is going to be mainly for taxes purposes. But for this one, it's just kind of to see the growth that my website is having. So I have a website, YouTube, video classes, which is separate. I recently opened an Amazon storefront, so I'm going to keep track of that. And then the events that I'm going to be starting this year, something new, and the first one is coming up. And then here will be the totals for the month, and here will be the totals for the year. Now this is just the income on my business planner. There's also sections where I track expenses, but for me this is a good way to kind of see on my overall planner how how everything is going. And then here I have the monthly highlights. For example, if I have an event coming up, something important that has to be related to my website. And then, like I said, I am starting to have some events, so I definitely wanted to include some event planning sheets, because this is something that doesn't fit on my craft planner. I don't have a section for that, so everything is kind of all over the place, and I want to make sure that I give myself some actual dates to do the things that I need to do. I make myself a little checklist, and I will here put when I want the event to happen, so when are the actual dates that all of these little steps need to happen. And then I have a plan and an actual column. That way I can see if I actually stay on track. And this is something that I do at work. Like when I plan a project, I have my plan, when this needs to be done by, and then the actual. So that way you can kind of see if you were ahead or behind schedule. And then the name of the time. And then here I have project details, so I can do like a quick quick notes of what that project is going to be. So I have 4 sheets of those here. Hopefully I'll be able to do 4 events this year. And then the next section, so here I have my magazine section here, because as you know, I have a digital magazine that I run, and it's Scrapbook tutorials, and it's a quarterly magazine, but I do also do like a special edition. So I want to make sure that I have a clear release date for each one of those magazines, and when I need to be finished with everything that needs to go in it. So here will be the name of the edition. On my checklist I have the project selection, and here I have a project list, because usually I make myself a project list and then I do all my projects, and then I have a project selection, which means not all the projects that I do make it to my magazine. Sometimes I just don't like how something came out or whatever, so that's why I have the project selection. But I have to have all the projects ready before I do my project selection. Then I do the magazine edits, which is basically uploading the pictures or doing the actual tutorial write-ups for the magazine. So that takes a long time to do. And then I have the final revisions, which basically what that means is I walk away completely from the magazine, and I either give it a final revision or I send it to a friend to do final revisions for me. That way I can catch up mistakes that I'm not able to see. And then after all of that is done, I have the website post. I add the magazine to the website. I email the people who are subscribed to the magazine, and I do a video announcement. I usually don't do video announcements for my magazines, but that's something that I'm going to start doing hopefully this year. And then I always have an invited artist for my magazine. So here I will put their name and when their project is due to me, so I can do the write-up for that. And so that is again something that I designed that works for me. You can easily customize sheets for yourself for what you need, and you can do it. I use a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and then I print it to a full size, and then I kind of cut it according to what the size of my planner is. I did the same for my larger business plan. So then we get to the monthly tab. So this all came of course with the planner, but I went ahead and covered the back of January. So over here we have January, and then this planner came with December, 2 sheets of December, and I also think November as well. But so I took those out because I don't need those pages. Also, it came with a page for goals and things like that. So I took those out since I'm not going to be using those sheets. And I went ahead and glued this cardstock, this piece of cardstock here on the back of January, because I didn't want to have half of December on this side. And then I also think it's a good kind of like an opening for the months. And this is again the Teresa Collins paper line. And then so you will see that this planner here, it's definitely more on the functional side, not too much of decor and things like that. I just want to be able to have the space and the room to write down things I need to do, like teacher meeting, school registration. I did put in here my life class just so I know I'm not scheduling anything on like a Saturday. Not that we're doing anything, but just in case. And then of course my Ariel's birthday, and then some things to do, things that I want to get done during the month, which you could probably call it my goal, for the months. I do want to organize this stuff. And then we move to the weekly. So this is I glued together the 2 first pages the first week, because we have mainly December and then 2 days of January. So I didn't need that, especially because I didn't do anything the first 2 days of January. And then I started on Monday the 4th, which is the day that I officially came back to work after holiday break. And so here I just put a little gratitude for, this year will be a great one. Let's start with a fresh mind and a heart full of gratitude. And then I just, again, keep this very simple. So I put here, I wanted to finish up video classes, declutter my studio, and relax, which is something that I need to write down, otherwise I don't remember to do. And so yeah, so then when I'm doing a crafting project, I just put, for example, on the weekend here, I just put work on projects, and that's about it. And my to-do lists for this planner are very on the realistic side, 1 or 2 things, because I just know if I fill all of these little beautiful boxes, I won't get anything done. So I just really try to be realistic with what I can actually accomplish. This planner came with this today separator, which is really nice. You can go right onto your week page. So for this week's top 3, I have decluttered the studio, which I also had before, but it's something that it's probably gonna be on the next couple of weeks, since it's not, it's not a one-day job. And so things I need to do. And so for the main part, I don't track that I'm working, because I'm obviously working every day. But if I need to go to the office, I will put it in here, like work meeting on site. That way I have to, I know I have to plan ahead what the girls are gonna have for lunch. My mom's usually stays with them, and so I need to know. And if I am going to the office, then I'll probably take that day also to run to the post office, and I had to go to the school and pick up forms. So I kind of try to group my things to do, so they all go together. And then I need to go dropping my COVID test, because I test once a week, and so I write it down so I remember what day I have to go. And so the rest of the months are just empty. So here's February, for example. And the good thing about these is, since I'm not decorating, and so I can go if I have something going on in May, and I can just go ahead and put it without comparing to, for example, my other planners that I want to decorate the monthly spread before I start adding any dates to it. With this one, I don't need to do that. Everything just goes whatever. And if I don't decorate it, then that's totally fine. I just wanted to show you at the end here, this planner comes with, you can be more specific about the goals that you want to accomplish and see what you want to do, you know, in order to accomplish that. I don't know if I'll be using these sheets, but I keep them in here just in case. And then some extra ones so you can create your own template, and then some bullet pages just in case you want to take more notes or whatnot. And then it also came with these really cute pockets, so I just put a sticker in there. And I put all those here on the ends, and yeah, so I don't know if I'll be using all of that, but it's here for now. Unless my planner starts getting really chunky, then I'll start taking some things out. So that is my planner, where mainly everything goes to, a little bit of everything. And yeah, so next I'm gonna show you my business planner. Now this is something that I'm trying this year for the first time. I haven't had a business planner before. Every year I just have a general planner like this, and then 2 years ago I started having my planner just for my crafting. And so now I want to start a business planner. Now this is going to be very plain, very simple, and my purpose for this planner is so I know exactly, you know, I can keep track of what I make and what I spent, and it's mainly for taxes purposes. So again, of course, it's pink. This one I also got from Target. So it's a 2021. You can put your information, your goals or notes, and then here you have important dates. So I think here what I'm going to do is something important going on only for the business, the website, or you know, if I'm having an event, a sale or things like that, I will put that in here so I can remember. And then for the next sheets here, we had an October spread, a November spread, and a December spread. So I'm not going to be using the October or the November. So I went ahead and created what I actually want to use this planner for, and I created this spreadsheet. So I'm just gonna give you a quick walkthrough just in case maybe you can use this as a guide. So to track my expenses, these first two spreads are to track my expenses. So I have here like monthly supplies. For example, if I do an Amazon order of like tape, glue, whatever it is I use only for crafting or my crafting business, I can put in here, you know. And I created different tabs because I didn't want to break it down per store, because I might go, let's say, Michael's 2 times a month or 3 times a month. So I just kept the top here plain. And then I try to track everything and get a total at the end of the month. The next one is for shipping, because even though I do charge for shipping on my website, at the end of the day, the report on my website is only it's like a total sales. It doesn't tell me what was on shipping, or at least I don't know if it does, because just so many numbers. But I can track in here which orders I actually have to ship out, so I can deduct the shipping expenses later on. For the most part, most of my things are digital, but I do have some things that become, you know, like I have to buy shipping for that. And then I have this section here where is the business expenses, which is everything like for example, rent, or how much I pay for my website and the internet, and you know, all of those little things that as a business start to add up. You don't really notice all of these things, but it does happen. And then like your car, transportation, gas miles, all of these things that are related to the website that I can later claim as an expense, I'm gonna put in here. And then other expenses, if I buy something unexpected or whatnot, I just want to make sure I have a place to add that. And then the next sheets here that I created for myself are the income tracker. So let me show you these ones here first. So here is the monthly income. So this is exactly the same one that I had on my other planner. And so basically how much I make every month from my website or different areas. And then on this one for the revenue, it's basically the totals from this income minus the the addition of all of the expenses that I had for the month. So total income, total expenses, and so what the difference is will be my actual revenue. And then I created some extra columns in here. I don't know if you can see. So I want to start tracking the percent growth in relation to the previous month. That's something that I want to do. And then I want to have myself a goal. So usually when you have a goal, you have to reflect it to whatever, if you had a website or sales the year before, you have to kind of reflect it on. That's how you set your goals. And I remember this because I used to, on my college days, I used to be a co-manager at a store. So I remember we had to do a lot of the accounting. So the way you project your sales or your goal sales is depending on how much you sold the prior year on the same month, and then you do like a percent increase, right? So since I don't have any of that, what I'm gonna do is just take an average of whatever I sold last year, even though my business didn't quite start until probably, I don't know, I don't even know when it started, but it's always been such a passive income that I never really consider it. So what I'm gonna do is go back to the website and just get an average of how much I made in a month and start from there. And then here I want to track if I achieve my goal, if I'm in the negative or in the positive. And this is just more for a planning. I mean, I guess I could be I'm trying to project myself here in the future, see if it's something that maybe could become an actual business. We'll see. I don't know. But over here, I want to keep track of what are my website bestsellers, because I do notice that some tutorials are more liked than others in terms of like my PDF tutorials. So I want to make sure that I know what it is that brings the more percentage of sales, just so I can, as a guide, I know what you guys like and what I can do more of or less of. And then I created another sheet here to kind of keep track of the events that I'm doing, since that is something new. I also want to know how many guests, and how many sales I make on those events. So now this is again something that I just started to track, and I think most importantly the revenue is going to really help me, because for tax purposes, something that we need to keep track of. And then the next two, I'm not gonna use this as a December spread. I'll probably just leave it empty. If I need to create myself more spreadsheets later on, I'll add them in here. There's also a notes section where you could be attaching pages to, or even doing these spreadsheets by hand, just something to keep track of whatever. And then the rest is just the standard of the planner, but the way I'm going to use this is on the monthly. I'm only going to track the sales for the day. My website at the end of the day sends me like, a quick email, your sales for the day or whatever. So I can easily just come and write this down, even if I just do it once a week. But I think it's a lot easier to do every night. But I'm not gonna overwhelm myself doing this also. But I think it will be a good guide, because I'm a very visual person. I don't ever go back to my website to look at my statistics or whatnot. Believe me, I do enough numbers in my day-to-day work that I don't want crafting to be work. So I think it will be quick and easy if I just open that email and I write down what the sales were for the day. That way, as an overall on a month, I can see what works and what doesn't. And then what I want to track on the daily is if I add a new tutorial to the website, I want to remember what day I did. That way I can see that, let's say I add a tutorial on the 2nd, I can see that the sales from these maybe next few days are because of that. And again, going back to if I make more or less of whatnot. And then on this notes section, I want to keep something that I've been wanting to do is keep track of. I get a lot of emails with a lot of requests to how do you do this, or how do you do that, or can you do a video on this. So I want to start keeping track of all of your requests, so I have a list of you know, either future projects, future things to add to the website, or just somewhere to track this down. Because again, on my crafty planner, I don't have a section for that because it's more of like a to-do list type of planner. So that is how I intend to use my business planner. Okay, so this next one is something that I actually already been using for this whole year. So I'm just gonna continue using the same thing, and I'll show you what I do. So this goes with me the days that I used to go to work. I would always take this. So as I'm taking lunch, I will sketch a little bit something. It's always near me as I'm in the house because this is my idea book. So it just sets notes right there. But you will see that, as I was telling you on my previous video, when I have an idea, I'm always worried that it's gonna leave my head, and also the idea won't leave me alone until I put it somewhere, because I will continue to go on circles on that unless I take 2 minutes and put it down and then continue with my day. And then I know I won't forget my idea because it is on my little idea book. And then once I'm ready to craft and do a project, it's, you know, my sketches, my ideas are all here. And it's quite a messy book, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just giving you a quick glance of this is what. And sometimes I just start like the idea, and if I have time, I just don't even bother sketching. I'll go straight to like recording or doing. This is mainly when I don't have time to craft and I have an idea and I want to put it here, or if I'm struggling with something and I feel like I really actually need to sit down and plan what it is I'm going to do, because otherwise, you know, I'm just wasting time trying to figure it out here. So this next one here is my notebook that this is a new planner notebook for me, and this is a tracker. So this one I got at Michael's actually probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I never got to use it, and now I feel like I have the purpose why I want to use it. And also I didn't like it before. I got it because I love the colors, but I didn't like the layout and I didn't know exactly how to use it. So now I kind of think, like, I've been thinking through how I can incorporate this to make it practical for me. So this one is called Track List Plan, and it has some layouts in there. That's why I made it a little bit complicated, but I love the rose gold on the pages, as you can see, and it's black and marble, so it's quite pretty. Okay, so this one comes already with some pre-made pages, and what this is gonna be for me, it's going to be my health, I guess not really health tracker, but one of my goals this year is to get my knee back in rehab, and so this is my guide and my tracker to make sure that I am on, what is it called? I'm on track. It's my tracker to know that I am on track and following the exercises that I need to do. And this is also going to be my reading journal. So everything that's kind of like, you know, motivation more than anything. So this comes with this page. I'll show you the empty ones. So the empty ones looks like that. They come already set up. So what I did is just write down the months, and then I don't think I'll use the month at a glance. I'll probably just put a sticker in there. But then my goals for January: rehab my knee, go more for walks, read every day, and eat healthier. And I say eat healthier not so much for losing weight, but because I have gluten problem, sometimes I don't pay attention of my diet, and then really I am suffering. So then there is this little notes section that I, you know, something that I tell myself, and then there is a monthly quote. So on the monthly quote I put, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. And I love that quote. That is by Martin Luther King, and it is so true. I remember on my college days when I was so scared of the next semester, you know, all of the classes I needed to take, and so much, you know, so many more semesters to graduate. I was so scared, but I would always take it just one step at a time. And even when I graduated, I was so scared to start working. And I said, I've been through, you know, you kind of learn the lessons that yes, you're gonna be scared, but just look at it as one next step instead of seeing the huge staircase ahead of you. So I love that quote. So the next one here is kind of like a planner. Again, I'm not using this as a planner, but I think this will be a really good reading tracker for me. So I put the dates, and then I put how many chapters I've been reading. So I've been reading about 2 or 3 chapters every day, mostly every day. Not on Saturday. I didn't read on Saturday because I was doing my cleaning, distash, and decluttering, and then I was done. So here I want to do something really pretty about reading. I want to collage something, and so here's what I'm going to track my reading and the to-do. Now this came with a to-do, which again I'm not going to use as a to-do, but these are going to be the exercises that I need to do for my knee and my sciatic pain rehab. So I wrote down which exercises I need to be doing, and I usually put a YouTube channel with all of these, or a YouTube video, so I know exactly how to do them. But I want to get to a point where I know the names, so I know right on top of my head what the name is it and how many times I need to do it and for how long. So all of that is here. So again, here I want to print out some motivational exercising for rehabbing my knee. Maybe something I used to do, like climbing or yoga. I used to do a lot of things that I was more flexible with my legs. So maybe I'll do something like that out of some motivational board. This next one goes hand in hand with this one because this is going to be for the month, so I don't want to use these boxes. This is kind of like a guide, and then here I am going to be tracking what I did. So knee stretches, sciatic stretches, the squats I need to be doing, my stationary bike for 15 minutes, walking, icing my knee, and doing my Epsom salt bath, which I do pretty often, but I want to start tracking exactly when I do it, so I know when my knee is feeling better, when I'm doing what, you know. So here I want to track what I do. I still have to add the colors to this so I can start tracking, but I want to do like a, you know, very settled colors, but again, colors so I can see what I did when, and each one of these lines is one day. And then on the back, all I did is trace this circle to have the same circle on the back, but this is going to be my pain level tracker. So I'm going to add color here, and I want to see what my pain is from 0 to 10, but usually it's never 0 and it's never 10, but I think sometimes it gets up to a 5 and 6. So I want to see at the end of the month if by doing these exercises my pain is kind of getting under control. So that's something that I need to do for myself. And again, I'm a visual person, so I'm going to start using my planning abilities to rehab my knee, which something before is like, I know I work out for 15 minutes, I know I did this, but there's nothing actually that I can see. So hopefully I can discover what works for my leg. And then this one again already came with a habit tracker, so I just put random themes in here that I actually want to do more of. Drinking water is something that I used to be so good at when I was going to the office. I would always drink one huge bottle of water before lunch and one huge before I went home. So that's 2 full 40 ounces. So that's 80 ounces of water. And then I will come home and just drink whatever water. But I was basically done with my water intake. But now that I'm working from home, I barely drink water, and sometimes it's just a glass and I don't keep track of it. So now I need to keep track of every time I drink 40 ounces of water, I'm going to color this up. I put eat fruit because I'm really good at eating lunch and dinner and of course breakfast-ish, but I never eat fruit in between, so something I need to do. And then I put here read and exercise, and this is before I did the read and exercise here, so I'm going to switch those two for something else. So maybe I think I'm going to be more specific and be like, go for a walk, because it's something that I don't like doing. I do it, but I don't, it is so stressful for me because I have to take the dogs, and then my knee hurts, and then they pull me on different directions, and then I have to, you know when you take a dog, you have to, it's so stressful, and then they all crisscross their leashes. And then it's not relaxing anymore, because then the girls are off with their bikes and I'm all alone with the 2 dogs. So I'm going to try to go for walks, maybe without the dogs once in a while. And then I want to do a monthly reflection because I want to see what worked for me and what didn't. And if something worked for me, I want to write it down, so I kind of, you know, be optimistic that yes, keep doing what you're doing, maybe do more of, maybe it didn't work because you didn't do more of or whatever. So I really want to take care of my leg, especially particularly. This came with the journal. I have no idea what to use this for other than probably adding some quotes, but honestly I don't even know what is the purpose. So if you have any ideas on how I can use this page, let me know. And then it starts the next month and whatnot. So we have all of the months here, and it's not dated. You can start it anywhere. But then at the end, there is just like a bullet journal section, and it's quite large. So what I'm going to do here is turn this into my reading journal. So I want to do like a pretty spread of the books that I want to read, and then the books that I actually, or the books that I want to read, and then maybe I'll do like a check mark after I read it. And then I want to do a reflection of each one of the books that I read. I hope that makes sense. Like write about it, because sometimes I read the same book twice, and not because I forgot that I read the book, but I remember it was such a good book, but I just can't remember exactly everything, and it's such a surprise. I'm reading a book right now. I'm reading 2 books, but one of the books I'm reading I probably read 10 years ago, and believe it, believe me when I say I don't remember the ending. I don't know what's wrong with me. I might remember the message, but I don't remember the ending. So it's actually, I'm rediscovering the book, so I want to write it down now. So that's what this is going to be. I'm going to be setting this up separately, and I'll probably do that with you guys. And then let me show you the last one, which is my favorite one. This cute little planner journal. This is not a plan. This is not going to be a planner for me, but I've been wanting this, and this is, I just got this one. I will put the link down on the description box. I got it at Amazon, and it's so cute. It feels so nice. I love the pink color. There's other colors as well, but what this is like a little journal slash wallet type of thing. So you have a little pockets here. You can put coins, receipts. There's a little pocket in here as well, and then there is, oh, this one's an expandable one for the coins, but then there is a section here where I can put my phone. So if I need to go to the store, this is literally all I need to take, and so my phone will go here. There is a section that is kind of like a wallet in there, and the reason why I needed this is because when I go to the store and I need a list, I mean, I honestly don't take any of my planners, so the list is usually a piece of paper. So then the first section I intend to use as my shopping list, so it's nice and accessible, is right here. And I can tell the girls, if you want something, just put it in on this, you know, just whatever, because I will take out whatever we're done with. Like if we're done with this grocery list, we're done. I will take it out, get rid of it. So the first page on the front will always be what we need to get. I'm not gonna save all of these things. So that is the first section, and then the second section here says be the girl who decided to go for it. Again, I made these tabs, and I was kind of hoping to match the quotes to what I want to do inside. So if I have any ideas, sometimes I get random ideas and on the random places, randomest places, and then I get home and I am like, what was I thinking about? But if I have these now, I can just quickly write down my idea before, you know, I get home and put it on any of the accordion planners. It would be good to have handy. The next one is put your heart into it, and I just put this one here because I of course keep a journal where I write down my memories for my girls, but sometimes they say the funniest things, and I don't journal until when I go to bed, or sometimes even the next day, and I forget. So here I intend to put all of those funny things they're always saying, and just have a place to quickly write it down. And then the make today count is going to be basically where I want to do some memory keeping. Some of these sheets are not going to stay here. These are going to be mainly for my grocery list or for the other sections. I'm keeping it here for now, but I'm going to add some regular cardstock pieces so I can add a picture and do some memory keeping here as well. So, oh, and then this planner also comes with this divider piece here. I put it at the end. You can put it anywhere you like, but it has places where you can add your credit card, your business card, and this could actually go on the front too, but I put it here because there are more in there. So this is going to be, like I said, kind of like my wallet, and then you can tag some receipts or whatnot if I need to keep my receipts to later bring with me to my business planner. And it has a little place for a pen, which I love, and I'm just actually going to put my pen in here already. So this is not an actual planner with appointments and dates. This is basically a handy little tool to take with me. So that is my cute little one, and it feels so nice. I love it, and honestly, you can probably definitely live without this, but hey, I needed it, and I intend to keep this not just for the 1 year, but for multiple years. And among a sea of pink planners and journals, I have my blue planner, which is the one that I actually use for work. This is just a bullet journal that I use to keep track of my meetings, field observation when I go on site, and everything goes in here, and then it gets transferred to my work planning system, which is online mainly. In the computer I use smart sheets for all of my work planning. And so yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I hope that I was able to give you some ideas on how to maybe hopefully keep a planner to make your life easier, better. You don't need all of these planners, definitely not, but I think it's good to start with one. So you don't have to keep a planner for everything in your life. Maybe if your goal this year is to craft a little more, you can just use a planner only for crafting to motivate you to keep track of how many projects you do in a week, how many projects you do in a month, how many you actually want to do, and that way you can see how you progress, and you will realize that the more that you do it, the more you're motivated to do it more. It's kind of like exercising, right? When you start exercising, the more you do it, the more you want to do it. But then when you start following behind and getting on that lazy mode, it is so hard to get back to your routine. So hopefully any of these have inspired you. If you're starting your new business, it's probably good to set some straight real life goals, and then also to keep track of your progress. That way you can see what areas you can improve, what areas you need to change, and what areas are actually working for you, so you can continue going on that direction. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video, this really long video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.